Last voicemail. Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's Kelly from New York. I figured I'd stay on beat with the porn topics for the week.
Throwback.
So I just wanted to know, have you guys ever tried to replicate something that you've seen in a porn and had it fail miserably? And, I'm assuming the answer is yes. So I'd love to hear the stories from each of you. So,
Bro,
thanks,
did
guys.
she introduce herself as Kelly from New York? Come on!
Kelly
she didn't
Keegs.
even know us yet. Like
Kelly-
I've known that girl. I feel like I've known that girl for fucking 10 years.
It was around 10 years ago.
This is from 2014. November
2014,
12th,
so 7 years ago. Kelly Keegs calling in the show.
Kelly from New York. That's all I'm calling her from now on.
Kelly from New
Kelly,
York.
what's up, Kelly from New York?
I could tell that fucking voice of hers a million miles away. Have you guys ever tried to replicate something in porn? Because that means Kelly like that night was trying to do some shit. I remember Kelly at, I want to say like KFC Radio 100. She was blacked out. She was like, "Yo, you ever try the pile driver?" I was like, this girl is wild. We were at Saloon for like 10 minutes. She's like, "Yeah, I throw my legs over my head." I'm like, "You're fucking nuts, bitch." Have you ever?
Yeah, I mean,
something in
fucking
porn?
everything. I've tried to have good sex before.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's,
Didn't work out.
I'm trying to think of what's specifically gone wrong for me though.
I've tried to like flip someone over and I threw him out of the room.
I've tried to switch positions and I
like
gave
off
her-
the bed, through my bedroom door, into my living room where my roommates were.
It's one of my favorite stories. Imagine one of Fighterberg's boys. He's just sitting on the couch. He's flipping around. All of a sudden, a door flies open, and a naked girl comes cartwheeling out, like in the cartoons where they roll and there's dust pile flying out, and she was just like, sorry, and like ran back in. That is crazy.
She honestly, she owned it. She gave it like a Tammy Taylor like twirl, and just came running back in the room.
See, that's a fun time. That is a fun fucking time. Tammy Taylor with her pussy out. Wow. I tried to flip from her on top to me on top, and I kind of did. Do you know one of Steve Austin's?
Oh, I got one.
Do you know one of Stone Cold Steve Austin's like moves? He does this thing where he'll throw you off the ropes, and then he picks you up like this, and he spins you, and he drops you on your back.
Yeah.
So I basically did that to her. Flipped her, I dropped her on her back, and she bounced up, and I came forward, and I smashed my head into her fucking face so hard, it sounded like a watermelon thwap against the ground. It was like this juicy, like, thwap, and her lip was so fucking huge, and she was starting a new job the next day.
No.
It was insanely bad. I mean, it was like her head hit the bed, her head bounced up, my head hit her lip, and it was just blood and guts and swollen, and she went to work the next day like, Honestly, though, she iced it for like 17 straight hours. We went out to the bar. We went to a wine bar. We were sipping on wine, and she just continued to ice it. And by like the miracle of God, it just like
went
down. I don't know how or why, but it was like the sex gods were like, "Don't worry, we got you." But that wasn't like I saw that in a porn. But it's like when you start to feel yourself a little bit, and you start to try to direct traffic and throw shit around, you know.
Dude, I did this. This one's fairly recently. This one happened in the apartment that I lived in with Gaz and Lou, and I was having like sex in the bathroom, like having to hold her up, right?
The worst.
And then I decided like I'll try to see important where he just like kind of throws her up onto
Onto
his
the shoulders?
Yeah. So I
This guy's doing the clean press shit.
oh my God. I can't believe I never told this story. So I throw her up onto my shoulders, and I'm kind of like eating pussy, but it was in the winter, and the radiator's out, and I just burn the tip of my dick on the radiator, and I start screaming into her pussy like,
Holy shit! I've never told this. And you gotta understand, like obviously anybody can understand that on the basis level, but New York City radiators in the wintertime are no joke. Like 200 degrees.
Dude, it was
they are like melt your skin off hot.
the hottest. Honestly, I probably left some of my dick hit on that radiator.
Oh no, you definitely you that was like a little skin graft. That is insane.
It was just like, it sounded like a horror movie. Like I was getting strangled. Like they were trying to cover my mouth while they stabbed me to death, so I wasn't making too much noise. And somehow I got her down safely instead of like
Just
throwing
throwing
her through a
off.
door.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you almost got to go in the DL for a little bit, right? Your dick is...
No.
Your dick was hard?
Didn't finish, but
Was
like
your dick hard or soft?
I was hard. Not hard, but like
Half chucked.
I was chucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like the worst possible it could be. Like
Yeah.
it was hanging good,
Right.
but it was still hanging.
Oh, man.
And honestly, actually, I'm probably happy now that I think about it. I'm probably happy I was in that mode rather than fucking fully hard. Because if I was hard, I would have hit my balls would have been the one that hit it. Because it was like it just kind of hit the tip of it.
You were like underneath it almost, like it was like kind of below you, so like the bottom tip of your dick hit.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
thinking like you hit it side.
No, because it's like it was about this tall, and I kind of.
Well, that's a great question. Would you rather burn your balls on a radiator or your tip?
I don't know. Like, I'd rather get punched in the dick.
Well, yeah.
But,
That's not on the table.
Yeah.
That's clearly less than burning the flesh.
But I would probably. I mean, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I think maybe now. Well, actually, now that I've seen it, like, look, a couple years past this,
Did you have any scar?
we're all good.
I did worry
no,
about scar.
we're all fine. We're all we're good to go.
Because dicks are weird colors and shit. You know?
But knowing that my dick healed fine, I wouldn't want to go back and risk it with the balls.
Yeah, ball skin's weird. It's similar to tip skin, but it's even weirder. So it's more wrinkly and creasy and shit like that, you know? 96% of you motherfuckers watch these videos and aren't subscribed. Shout out to the 4%. You are good people. 4% of people are watching our clips.
That's about what I would guess the breakdown of
Good people versus bad
demographics
people.
in the world.
Yeah.
Good people versus bad people. Probably about 96% to 4.
That's
but
fair.
Be a good person.
But it's not even. I'm not even asking you to be a good person. I'm asking you to push a button.
Yeah,
I'm asking you to click a button.
you can be a bad person still, but just click
You
the
could
button.
be a piece of shit. Just click subscribe. 96% of you watch these clips and they're like, oh my God, that was a funny clip from this podcast. I liked it. And I'm just not going to help them out. The people who work to make it, the people who work to produce it, to post it, to upload it, and there's nothing from you. You're a bad person if you don't subscribe.
Be a good one.